vehicles now carrying precious cargo. Meanwhile, Nate crossed the border legally in his car. He had taken every precaution to avoid suspicion. Plain clothes, an unassuming car, and a calm, confident demeanor. His job was to play the role of an ordinary citizen returning from Canada, drawing attention away from Topher, who was trekking through the forest with their product. Once Topher made it back to the U.S. side, he handed off the bag to Nate. Nate's next job was distribution, and his first stop was always Scuzz.
Scuzz go check out the big homie Nate the Great
ensuring the product moved quickly through his network of dozens of dealers
even on the clapper
who were
too.
already waiting for their share. The operation was simple but incredibly effective. Topher earned $1,000.
And I don't know if y'all aware, when YouTube be tripping, it's just like when anybody else be tripping. What up, Izzy? Shouts out to Izzy in the chat. Y'all know if y'all need anything designed up, you better go to Izzy first, or you better have somebody that you know might be what you wanted already lined up. If not, go hit up Izzy Pop. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to do a consultation with her coming up. Hell, it'll even be a business deduction. Too bad I can't make it a business trip, but you know how we do. You know how we do. This is a good video though. Teen kingpins who flooded U.S. with Canada's best bud. If y'all want to go check out the original video, it was over here on a channel called Mr. Skim. He got 14.5k subs. We'll add one to that and a thumbs up because, you know, I appreciate his content. It's good stuff over here. You dig? But anyways, back to my video, since I actually gave shouts out to the original CCs, shout out to content creators. You know, they be mad. Well, Popcorn, you could at least give me a shout out. I mean, for the people paying attention, I have your whole video in here and where to go get it from. If they catch it, they don't. You know, they don't like to look in the video description anyways. That's why that motherfucker be empty on a lot of pages. People ain't even trying to read nothing. But for the people that are trying to read, we got links down there to the stuff that you might want to see. So check it out. It's early talking about getting that THC pack out there. Hell, I might have to be his THCA vendor this week. The big homie hit me up. I could send packages all across the U.S. as long as they pay for it. You know what I'm saying? It'll be discreet and exact shipping. There you go. There we go. We ain't gonna say too much. You know, it's all hemp over on my side. I got legal hemp products. Shouts out to the Hemp and Cannabis Act of 2018 because it got extended, baby. Hell, we keeping it popping.
For every run. For him, it was a solid payday, considering his role in the operation. But the real profits went to Nate, who pocketed over $150,000 from each trip. It was an amount of money Nate had never seen in his life, and one that fueled his ambitions to grow the business. As the cash started rolling in, it became clear that they needed more manpower. Nate realized the operation couldn't scale without help, so he turned to his high school friends. This formed the core of his team. These teens, who became known as the Nerd Gang, didn't look like your typical drug runners, but they were smart, careful, and willing to do the work. Before every run, the team would gather at a predetermined spot near the border to gear up. They changed into camouflage suits and loaded their cash into durable waterproof duffel bags. Each bag held up to $400,000 in cash, ready to be traded for product. Every run was meticulously planned. The group would leave their cars and head into the forest, following routes they had carefully scouted to avoid patrols or accidental witnesses. They weren't just a bunch of high school kids anymore. They were a well-organized, disciplined team, capable of pulling off operations that seemed unthinkable for people their age. At first, they promised themselves they wouldn't flaunt their wealth, but that quickly changed. Soon, every member of the crew started buying things they'd only dreamed of before. They bought motorcycles, jet skis, massive plasma TVs, and even top-of-the-line mini-disc players. Scuzz, who had been living in his mom's basement, told her he was renting a small apartment but actually bought a house by the lake. Nate took things even further. He started throwing massive parties, inviting half the town every week.
He said, nah, I got a studio, Mom. I done bought a house on the lake.
He bought an SUV with oversized...
Hey, shouts out to that house on the lake, though. You know, he appreciate that. Hey, man, these videos, I keep telling y'all, we do reviews over here. Shout out to the ones we got coming up this weekend, because I was looking at them playlists, too. I might get flagged again. Shout out to being flagged. You better have you a backup plan or a buy me a coffee ready.